there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the Brother Bear, the Highwayman himself, and the Dino King, TJ.
Do you think I would look cool if I had dinosaur teeth?
Yeah, I think anybody would look cool with dinosaur teeth. Well, I take that statement
Would it just
back.
look like
Not
shark
everybody.
teeth?
Not everybody. But it's a pretty cool thing to have.
I once kissed a girl that. Never mind.
Oh,
We
God.
should move on.
Moving on. We've got some matches for you guys. We're kind of wrapping up EX-08. As most of you already know, we've got 2.5 to look forward to in a few weeks. So we're super excited for it. By the time this video goes live, we have trickled in maybe like 1 or 2 Matchplay commentary vids of 2.5 for you all. So we're going to continue doing that as the weeks go by, leading up to pre-release, just to kind of give you folks a sneak peek. Also check out Deck Check, which is where we're going to be talking about a lot of the JP lists that are kind of starting to win events and stuff, because JP just got their sort of release of BT20. So super exciting times to kind of see what is shaping up to be like sort of the recipes of certain archetypes and such, and should be a fun watch. So feel free to check those out and stay tuned for future deck checks. But this particular matchup here today features the Dino King himself on the left, playing Barbamon, going up against Coop, who's playing Galacticmon. So we've got two sort of like rogue decks, I would say. Barba's definitely got a nice cult following with what it can do, and it's interesting. I've definitely seen some play with it. I think I've seen you play it once or twice, and it's pretty cool. Just doing Barba things. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. And without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
It's interesting playing a deck because I don't have to get to ask this, but getting to ask how many cards do you have in hand every 5 seconds.
So you know the power now.
Yeah, I understand the intimidation
like.
factor that comes with it. Yeah. No, Barba, after playing it, I can understand how it could win locals. I can definitely see how it would never win a tournament. It's not anywhere near consistent enough. But it's fun. It's cool. It actually does some really neat things.
The hand interaction that is not like bulking, but like trimming and forcing your opponent to be like,
yes,
hey, you make a choice. I've always found that aspect of the game pretty neat. As much as I hate playing against it, it is a neat sort of like interaction that you can have.
And 7th Jewel Rise as an option is honestly kind of cracked. It's honestly pretty insane. It saved me many times. This is the best of one today, by the way. I think you said that.
I did not. Yes, this is the best.
This is the best of one. This is the best of one. So we see pretty good starts. Coop's just sort of kind of getting some cycle going, getting some Vemmon searched. I went ahead and dropped the Devimon, who basically says on play, if your opponent has 5 or less cards in their hand, you delete a level 3 or lower. And then if they have 7 or more cards in their hand, they trash one. It's kind of weird. It's almost like there's like this weird sort of like blank spot of being on a 6.
Sure.
That if your opponent's on 6 cards in hand, you really can't do much to them outside of like a couple of different things, like Siako X and Barba himself and Jewel Rise. I guess Barba X as well. But yeah, you basically can't really deal with their hand until you get to your top end.
Sure. You do some decent board control. You get Venmons out of the way, although they do go into trash, and then you go scramble into your level 5 here.
Ferris. Yeah, Ferrismon.
Yeah.
I finally find a rookie, so I go Siako in the back. And now I'm just thinking how much money I want to give.
That rookie is crazy good.
Yeah. So I am running a Siako low end. I based this off of a list that I saw that topped over. I think it was in JP. I don't remember. I'd have to look and see. But I based it off of a list that I saw on Card Meta.
Well, there's Barba.
Kind of get going. Yeah. So Barba will basically, I just trash one card in my opponent's hand at random. Trashed Fusion Eyes.
It's not a bad card to trash.
No. And then I don't have anything in trash, so I don't think I can play out. But basically, Barba just says like all turns when your opponent trashes a card in their hand, I can play 1 10 cost or lower purple card from my trash, which means I can play a Tamer or a Digimon. Because it just looks for play cost. It doesn't look for Digimon or like specific thing like that. Obviously, can't play an option because options have use cost, not play cost. But anyways, but I was able to basically do that. Yeah, he does just blow up my guy. And then, but for every card my opponent has in their hand, I reduce 1 from that that maximum that I can play. So like I think he had 5 cards in it, so I could have put like a 5 cost or lower like Digimon for my trash, but obviously nothing was there. So
Okay,
But I
so you're
mostly
just kind of
kinda-
forced to restart here, but I mean, you've got some decent options. You could play the Mat Tamer, which I believe you have in hand, which
Yeah.
would allow you to pick up stuff. You choose to do a boost, which is also pretty good. You pick up a
Yeah,
level
boost.
4.
I boost first so I can, because I was debating on what I wanted to grab with calling from my trash.
Sure.
Because I'm missing like all of my line basically. So this way I'm able to find a 4. I don't have to grab the 4 out of trash. I just grab the Barba and the
Just
Ferris
choke to
back.
1, yeah.
And I get to leave a Devimon in trash, which can be helpful later because I can just play that out to either force Coop to trash stuff, or I can pop a level 3 or lower.
Coop will
Well,
pass
level-
turn by
no,
playing
level
a starter deck tie. Sorry for the glare there. So he's got a tie and a Zenith out on board, showing you his hand size, which I believe was at like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Push up your Siako. I mean, here you've got a decent chunk of memory to work with. You go Devi for 2. You would pass turn going into a Ferris.
But I will gain a memory because he's got 5 or less cards in hand. So yeah,
Right.
so I'm able to keep turn because I gain a memory.
Right. And here you can just go
Don't
straight
mind
into
my
Barba.
my jump scare of a face popping in. I was trying to see how much time was left. Yeah, so I go back into Barba, effect to randomly trash a card in Coop's hand,
You can play
Trash.
out 4 cards in hand, so you can play out.
which I did trash the Snatchmon, the new one, which is really good. And then I'm able to play out a Devi.
Not bad.
Trash. It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I can see because you do wide board like fairly efficiently. And you trash security. It's just you have no protections and you don't really have stuff to like help you like climb your lines super quickly. I mean, there's a reason like outside of like gimmick decks like Purple Hybrid, or I say gimmick, but they have different lines that they follow, like Purple Hybrid and Seven Great Demon Lords. That like any of the purple decks we see play really are like using Cerberus engine, right? Barba kind of can't do that because you need to be trashing your opponent's hand as you're doing your thing. You need to keep your opponent's hand size trimmed, so you can't really use Cerberus, unfortunately, at least not well.
Speaking of trimmed, Coop very efficiently goes into a Galactic here.
Yeah, he's finally found his 5. He was missing 5s for a while, I believe, is what he told me
Sure.
before.
So on Evo, go ahead and pop the Devi
Mhm.
and passes you over to 3.
Yep. So I start building up in the back again.
Siako X. Oh, no, that's not a Siako X.
No, that's the That's the EX.
That's a
5
Siako. Yeah. Siako X is a very good card.
It is.
like
It's
Siako X a
extremely.
lot.
I was still kind of learning. So this was like round 3 or so this night. So I had finally kind of gotten the deck down a good bit. My first couple of rounds was definitely me figuring out how to best use the Siako engine with Barba. And then after playing it a bit, I was like, oh, okay, I see it. Because like basically the idea is what you want to do is you really want to use your Siako X's to force your opponent to kind of trash cards in hand on Evo or start of main. Otherwise, you gain a memory, or you get to like activate your Barbamon effect. So they're at their strongest when you have Barbamon on board.
You trim down going up the line, and then you go into
Yeah.
Barba to capitalize on all the trimming that you've done previously.
Yeah. So right now I'm clarifying to Coop what he can do. So basically, he can choose to trash a card in his hand. If he doesn't, then I will be able to play a 7 cost or lower Fallen Angel or shoot, what's the other trait? I think it might just be Fallen Angel actually.
I think it's just Fallen.
Yeah. So he opts to trash a card in hand.
You don't play anything out. Barba X is chilling right now. Trash is pretty slim.
Yeah, I wasn't able to trash security unfortunately because he didn't trash anything.
You've got a couple things you could.
Oh,
just
sorry, no, he did trash. He did
trash. Yeah.
My brain.
You could drop a mat, just to establish memory, and give yourself a little bit of efficiency as you trash and stuff, because you do have a training and a scramble. Yep, exactly what you do, and then you can go ahead and pick up a boost.
Yeah, I thought about grabbing the calling, but I was like, I don't
Much
think
in
I'm gonna
trash
need
right
stuff
now.
back from my trash anymore at this point. I
Yeah.
think I should be okay. Like Protoform's gonna help me cycle. I have good stuff in hand. I just needed the memory setter to kind of make sure he doesn't choke me. He trashed
did
cards
you
off the
trash?
Zenith.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So this is
It's an
actually kind
alternate
of a
effect. That's why.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of a tough matchup for Galactic because if he basically uses the Zenith effect, I trash his.
No,
foe.
it is a once per turn, correct?
Yeah, once per turn.
Okay.
If it was not,
That'd be
it
pretty
would
nasty.
be. It'd be the deck would actually be good. I do wish that his when Digivolving when attacking effect was not once per turn. I will say that. I think that would have really been what puts Barba on the map.
Sure.
because Barba X is one Digivolve effect is also one attacking. So if you could like restand and get like extra swings and force them to trash something every time, if not, then play something out that's a 7 cost or lower with Fallen Angel. So I think that's restrictive enough where it could be a little bit tough to kind of maneuver things.
Jeez, Coop.
I don't know.
Went straight into a Destro.
Yeah, it does pop my mat.
Which, I mean, I think you're okay with that for now. I mean, you've gotten value off of it already. You're set to 3. You've picked up, you know, something potentially that could be helpful for you in terms of consistency. I think you're okay with that.
Yeah. And I've played against Galactic a chunk, so I know mostly what it does. Just sometimes I know I'm not super familiar with all of the newer stuff still, even though we've commentated a bunch of it now. Like, it's still just something that like my brain is not fully wrapped its head around, so I'm still
training into a Devi.
Familiar. Yes, I go Devi. Devi on Evo lets me pitch a card in my hand, and then I give one of my opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn on deletion, trash 1 card in your hand. So I apply that to the Destro. I'm planning to try and clear it.
Sure.
I do swing over the Destro because I'm just clarifying that his Galacti does not have blocker or any means of like doing anything else to me.
Like redirect or whatever, right? Yeah.
And I do the one attacking effect, asking him if he would like to trash something.
I guess you do have to be worried about Shadow Seraph Ace potentially, but...
So I use the Ferris effect to play out a level 3 or lower, which lets me play out the Siako X, and then I use the Barba effect to go ahead and play out a Devi. Get the check through, hit the Zenith.
He
trashed.
He trashed his.
Yeah, I swung over the
guy.
Yeah, I swung over the guy.
And just like that, you got 4 bodies out on board. It's not bad. Here we go, Lady Devi X. No Lady Dev or X antibody underneath, so you don't get the token. I believe.
But I do give end of attack to this Digimon to the Galacti.
Not bad, and you go Barba once again.
Yep.
Go ahead, pitch a card. Oh, pitch a Galactic.
Yep, I do pitch the Galactic, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Get to play out a mat.
And then, I can play out a 10 cost or less card, so I just play the mat back out. Mat on play lets me grab back a option. So
that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, pretty good turn. I mean, I got 2 bodies on board, got a Tamer back on board, got Barba on board, trash security, controlled board. Yeah.
Just yeeted Barba
my cards. I always do this against Cooper. I accidentally hit my cards at some point. So right now I'm just clarifying effects, so he's just debating if he wants to Zenith or not.
Sure. He's Zenith, he pitches 1 security.
Yeah, he trashes security, and then I'd be able to play something out, but I don't have anything I can play out off Barba effect anymore. My trash is pretty empty. And that's kind of the biggest issue, I think, with Barba sometimes, is that if you don't get your trash set up early, you feel kind of tough doing your whole, like, line climb. I see why they run, like, 4 of the NSO Devi, because you get to trash. It's one of the few cards in this deck that you get to trash something in your hand, outside of, like, the EX-05 Siako.
Sure.
So it lets you get your trash set up a little bit to get things going, which you want to put your Jeweler Rises in trash, you want to put, like level 4 or lower, like Fallen Angel trade cards in trash, or your level 3s, I think. He does swing a check first with his fellow there. Swings 2 checks with Galacti. Will bottom deck 2 sources to unsuspend. We'll do the 2 checks.
Is he unsuspending or is he? Oh, it's end of attack delete.
Oh, sorry. Right? He's de-digivolving. Yeah. So de-digivolves Barba. Then unsuspends because of his inheritable, and then
can strip sources to prevent deletion.
Strip 4. Yeah. Because I forgot that it wasn't like by your opponent's effects. It's just effects in general. So whenever lead the board, so he just ignores the one thing. So yeah, that's about it.
Not bad. I mean, I think a good illustration though of what Barba can do. You know, I mean, like you said, has a lot of fun interactions with your opponent. You know, being able to not do Mirage, but maybe the anti-Mirage, which is trim hand size, is pretty interesting. Yeah. Forcing them to make a choice is always like a nice, neat interaction that you can have between players. Maybe nicer for one person than the other, right? But nonetheless, like, still like very interesting.
Yeah, and for reference to the game technically goes to like a next game, but we tie, so Coop just gets anyways, and nothing really happens. It's kind of us just both like not doing much and just taking longer turns trying to figure out the other person's board. That's why we're just calling this best of one, because Coop gets it. Just to be transparent. But anyways, no, after playing Barba, I can see the potential. I can see like the deck has a lot of good tools. Honestly, Barbamon and Barbamon X I think are actually not bad cards. Maybe that's cap of me to say. I think they're actually not bad cards at all. Like Barba has Scapegoat, which can be a nice protection nowadays with his ability to play other things out too, and like set himself up. Barba X trashing security is nice. It's just two things. One, the line that they have developed for Barba is awful. it is so bad. It does not. It doesn't do. It's way too restrictive. Like it's too fair. Really, that's what I should say. It's too fair. And two, Barbamon's when Digivolve when attacking effect being once per turn. I understand that they're like scared to make that too strong because purple doesn't need any more of the stronger cards, but it would have been nice. Or it would have been nice if it was like if we went back to the old days of like twice per turn. With like what was one of the Hercules Kabuterimons from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. The BT one, Hercules Kabuterimon that was end of attack twice per turn.
I don't think they've ever done another effect like that again.
No, they haven't. It would be cool if they started exploring that again, because I think that would be something really nice to help. I don't know,
Brother Bear. That can get very dangerous very fast if they put one card that's problematic, though. I think they have to be very careful with what they do, though. I agree with you. I agree with you. They just have to be careful with that.
Yeah, obviously I think that goes unspoken. My point is that it sucks that some things are just like they haven't really like innovated on that kind of thing at all. It's either all or nothing. It's all or nothing basically. There's no like set limitations that I think could be interesting depending as long as they had the effect be balanced. But
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And yeah, like I said, look forward to some 2.5 content. We've got a couple of collabs up on the way, so be excited for that too. We'll definitely kind of keep you guys posted with some more formal announcements later. But definitely some stuff in the works, which is super exciting. And we hope to catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.